Yeah, relax, just chill out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that I'm relaxed and chilled out, we've got another great round of 16 matchup coming for you guys. It was a remake, but luckily you VOD viewers are not going to be plagued by not seeing the banning phase. Oh gosh, pardon me. I'm Zyori, with me is Min. I have to admit, the voice is getting rough, guys, so bear with me. We're going to hang in here as long as we can before I go speechless. Casting's not as much fun when you can't hear me. So we'll do what we can here. So, Min, we did have a remake. I'll admit I didn't read all of the chat, but it looks like all of the picks are coming about similarly, though most... No, well, okay. Let's start with the bands. First, let's... How you doing, Min? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm fine, and it they remake this game, and I think there are some previous issue there where the drafter can't actually do the first pick as he does not have a legacy account. So here we have a remake game, and I'm exactly looking forward to this game, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly right, myself included. So, last game we were getting all hot and heavy about some of the picks, and then we realized, oh wait, this game doesn't matter, and they're all just random picks. So that was a little bit of a bittersweet ending. So, I guess Myrmidon was the original intended first pick here for Fast Cyrix over here on NvW on the Hellborn side, of course, facing off against Team 163 on the Legion. And 163 stands for Cleaning Crew. Yes, that was it. Quite the interesting team name here. So, bands, I believe the bands are the same as the original here. Marax's Silhouette, Magebane, Aluna, Witchslayer, Torturer, Amon-Ra, and Bubbles. And we were talking about how interesting the Ra ban is, and of course, most interesting of that is Magebane and Ra ban. So they're sort of, Magebane sort of countering Ra. I mean, that aside, why does anybody ever pick Ra in competitive games? You know, it's just an interesting choice nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. As I said previously, Ra is actually quite strong if you know how to tag with another hero that has a crowd control. So he will be able to land his Path of Destruction, a sure hit. So he does not need any mana. So one thing good about that, so he can just keep spamming the spell and just bursting down the opponent. So yeah, that's one thing. And well, the nerf that has been done on Ra, which is the Ashes to Ashes, where it does not apply to those like neutral crits that actually does damage to Ra, it does not apply it anymore. So Ra is not an efficient jungler at all right now. So he's already been casted out of competitive scene, and we don't really see a Ra in competitive anymore. So if you want to pick up a Ra, there are much more heroes which are has more potential in it, and you can choose them. So yeah.
Absolutely, sir. So we are going to see some interesting picks nonetheless. We are going to get to see your Drunken Master after all. So I guess they weren't all total troll picks here. Behemoth, Polywog Priest, Glacius, Drunken Master, and Predator going to be the picks here for our Legion side. And of course over on the Hellborn, what is that? Oh, that's an Armadon. That's a funky Armadon skin. Forsaken Archer, Pebbles, Myrmidon with the dragon skin, and then of course Blacksmith. Going to be our last pick over here. And interesting choices on both sides, really. I don't even know where to start here, man, about which hero I want to talk about first. For the Hellborn side, Myrmidon, like I said, one of the things I don't like about Myrmidon is that low attack range. So he really doesn't fit so well into dual lanes, in my opinion. It doesn't necessarily fit so well in a solo role. So really he just plays that kind of roaming support / tri-lane hero. And that's really where he seems to flourish. So I'll be curious exactly how they opt to lane him. Looks like it's going to be... I don't know how this Hellborn team's going to lane in general, man. They have so many heroes that need an absurd amount of farm. Pretty much... Oh, man. What do you think? What are you thinking about this Hellborn roster? Give me your input.
All right, so... well, you can see that Pebbles solo mid, and that's obviously fine. We often see our Pebbles take mid, and well... we can see right here at the top, Armadon actually laning with Forsaken Archer. So I really doubt with that lineup because well, Armadon needs farm as well as Forsaken Archer. She needs a decent amount of farm as well. So we can see right here, Armadon is definitely not going for the supporting role because he had the Logic Hatchet in his inventory. So definitely he's going for the farming role. So wow, two farmers at top. I will not recommend that. I would rather you split Blacksmith and Marmadon each at the lane. So maybe Forsaken Archer or Sloth Armadon can actually head to bottom and swap with either Myrmidon or Blacksmith. So that would be much of a reasonable lineup.
Exactly right. I couldn't have said it any better myself. And yeah, I don't know. This Myrmidon Blacksmith lane, I mean, they're going to have some potential to be aggressive, but who's going to pick up the farm? Blacksmith may be the one. He did buy the Crushing Claws and Mark of the Novice. So they're going to be working towards the Blood Chalice, which is not an item I'm a big fan of either. So even in this bottom lane, we see the lack of lane control. Predator already getting a couple of last hits, and Glacius just harassing back this Myrmidon. And not really much he can do about it. He's just completely outranged. 450 range on Myrmidon, and I believe Glacius is 600, yep. So, and of course, Blacksmith, not much he can do. Not going to be able to go toe-to-toe with Predator. Not even going to be able to outlast hit Predator so easily. Because, of course, Predator does have a hatchet. So this bottom lane going to be very, very rough for our Hellborn team here. And there we go, Team NvW. Well, Weedfield will connect with Predator, but that's about it. No follow-up to come. So in the mid lane, Pebbles on Drunken Master. Min, take it away with Drunken Master. I know you were quite excited to see him picked up originally, and I'm sure you're equally excited to see him here in the official version of this round of 16 matchup.
Yeah, definitely. So, well, we see a Drunken Master going up against Pebbles. So, well, we know that when Pebbles had reached at level 8 mark, he had his first skill and his second skill maxed up. He really snowballs really hard, and there he will be able to 2-skill down Drunken Master at the moment of any time when he hits level 8. But when Drunken Master actually hit level 6, it will be a bit of tricky. If Pebbles actually targeted his toss on him, it will be like cancel it away because you cannot actually target spell on him. So so at the point of time he has to toss himself. So at the top lane we can see that Armadon and Forsaken Archer actually managed to bring the Polywalk Priest. So well played there by the both heroes.
Yep, exactly right. Nice setup here, and oh, Behemoth going to be in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to get caught by the volley, and unfortunately the Fissure going to be very well placed. That's going to keep Armadon at bay. And a couple of spines probably would have finished him off. So a noble effort, but unfortunately not going to be the case. So our Hellborn team off to a good start. It seems the Armadon Forsaken Archer lane is, well, maybe a little more powerful than we gave it credit for, Min. Not something that I would have recommended either, but, well, they seem to be off to a good start at the very least. Of course, Polywog Priest and Behemoth, the Legion heroes here up at the top lane. So, in the mid lane, my mistake. Drunken Master going to be able to finish off Pebbles. I totally missed it, man. I'm so sorry. Did you happen to catch it?
Yeah, actually, he just do a stagger. After that, just a launch on the Pebbles and managed to grab the kill onto him. So, it's pretty a straightforward kill. Nothing much stands out. So, yeah. And I'm really wondering right now why is Drunken Master soloing middle and not Polywalk Priest? I realized that they had a Polywalk Priest, and he's really the best candidate to actually take solo mid instead of Drunken Master. So well, I really don't know. Yeah.
The issue is they have too many melee. They have one melee too many for that. They've got 3 melee heroes, and that means one of them's got to go mid, or they're going to be stuck with a double melee lane. Or a double melee tri-lane, and I guess they may have been able to tri-lane with Behemoth, but for the most part I do agree with you. But here, especially against the Pebbles, I think Drunken Master will be able to fare okay. He did go for a Blood Chalice, while Pebbles picked up the bottle, and I have to say I like the bottle choice a little bit better. Of course, he's going to be able to grab that 4-minute rune as well. And with that double damage in the bottle, I don't know, Drunken Master needs to be a little bit careful here. Level 4 Pebbles, he may be able to combo him and make something happen with a couple of auto attacks. especially since Drunken Master is totally dry at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. But he really needs to be really careful, and it's really dangerous if you build up blood chalice and if your HP is pretty low. So especially against a pebble. So if you really need the mana and if you accidentally press the blood chalice and pebbles is right in front of you, that's really a bad sign. He will just do an avalanche plus a toss, a chop up, and there you go, a kill to pebbles. So I don't really like blood chalice, and I'm not really a fan of it. But
yeah, nor I.
Sometimes it's really helpful. So.
It's not always a bad item. It's better on some heroes than others, but generally speaking, there are much better options depending on who you are. I like Ring of the Teacher as just a fail-safe, better choice, especially in this bottom lane. Blacksmith sitting here with his Blood Chalice. I would much prefer to see that be a Ring of the Teacher. You're going to see Myrmidon get engaged on down here in the bottom lane. He's going to throw a kelp field, but it's not, wheat field, pardon me, but it is not going to be enough. And he's going to go down. Predator going to be able to pick up an easy kill down here in the bottom lane. Blacksmith going to head for the hills, and he will be able to survive. So, yeah, Blood Chalice, and you're exactly right. If you use it at the wrong time, it can really be a double-edged sword. Let's take a look at the farms, though, see how we're doing up here. Let's look at this top lane. Armadon and Archer are sharing the farm, it seems, which both of us found kind of interesting, but it seems to be working. They're both doing reasonably well. Pebbles almost able to finish off Drunken Master, but not going to follow up with that double damage on. I don't know, that potential for a kill. Pebbles pieced out a little early there, but I guess he figures go back mid, pick up a little bit of free farm. And yeah, double damage rune going to help him out with that a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe he just want the free farm and he don't want the kill. I mean, he's not greedy, so he'll just hit for the mid lane and get the farm. So Pebbles is in big trouble, but I don't think Drunken Master will be able to follow up with the kill, so he will definitely be safe. And well, Pebbles is really doing fine at mid 27 to 19. So he's currently sitting at I think he bought a bottle, so yeah. He's really in great shape, and well, he got bloodlusted and he's still recovering, and he's not really that far behind. So well, yeah, they really need to send someone to gang middle like right now, and we can see Polywog Priest actually heading to middle lane and might be setting up something for Drunken Master.
Yeah, that would absolutely be huge, and you're right. We're just about at that point where Pebbles is either going to start to take off or kind of fall down the drains, and a gank coming his way right around now-ish, or at least in the next couple moments, would definitely be ideal. In the bottom lane, we see a little bit of initiation. Predator going to leap onto Myrmidon, but just going to turn on Blacksmith, and I think Blacksmith is going to be hard-pressed to survive this one. Down he goes. Samzai going to be the proud recipient of a Blacksmith ear. Legion team pulling ahead now 3-1. And in this mid lane, Polywog Priest hanging around, but not going to be able to find an engagement that he's going to be happy with. He will stumble his way onto a haste rune, though, and may be able to use that to his advantage and pick up a kill onto Pebbles here. And yeah, he's going to grab the haste, not going to go this path, or not going to go the path up with the Hellborn side. And, oh man, seems like a pretty golden opportunity to go for the Pebbles right there, but well, Polywog Priest just wasn't having it.
Yeah. Especially where he has his Tauntite and Morph at level 1 is not really efficient to actually lock down Pebbles. So he might get backfired by the Chuck and the Stellar Mike. So he just wants to just control the rune for Drunken Master and just head back to middle lane. So, but at least he controlled the rune.
Yep, that certainly is a good point. I don't know if Pebbles can one-shot him right now with the combo. He did go in large at level 6, so that does kind of lower the effectiveness of the level 7 combo. So Polywog Priest may have been able to man up right there, but choosing to play the safe route, again, usually no harm in that, just a little bit more passive. Down here in the bottom lane, looks like we may see some action. Glacius going to take a lot of heat. I don't know if they're going to have enough damage to finish him off. Indeed they will. Armadon's down here. It's a 3v1 at this point. Predator going to get caught by the Weed Field, and they may be able to take him out as well. Armadon going to be able to slow him into oblivion. And yeah, I think Predator is definitely going to fall. There's a port coming in. And it is going to be Drunken Master. He may be able to pick up a kill onto Blacksmith here. Yeah, it's going to be an easy kill onto Blacksmith. And he's just going to head for the hills, and he should be able to survive fairly easily. So that is going to make it a 2-for-1 in favor of the Hellborn. But don't think too fast, as Polywog Priest is coming in. And he is certainly going to try to make something happen as well. He needs to be very careful. He's only level 4. And Drunken Master can only do so much to keep him alive. Polywog Priest is going to get taken out as Forsaken Archer comes in. And that's going to be a very easy kill for the Hellborn. Drunken Master doing what he can. And he's still hanging around. He is a damn tanky force. He's going to get caught by the volley, as will Glacius. DM looking like he may fall here. He's going to lunge forward, and it's not going to be enough. Down he goes. Oh, God. Glacius will survive, though. No problem.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great engage coming up. So, Drunken Master actually overconfident down there and managed to pit his life with it. And yeah, a nice attempt. But nice attempt though, but it's really bad because Forsaken Archer actually got those kills, and well, he's the carrier of the team. So if you give the carry the kills, and well, that's not something you wish to see. So yeah.
Yeah, you know, and this Hellborn team is doing surprisingly well with their sort of strange laning and, well, I guess strange roster overall. But it seems to be working for them. And a really great team support coming in right there. Like you said, Forsaken Archer getting those kills is not really where you want to be. And we see Forsaken Archer 1-0-2. He is definitely in good shape. Armadon coming in down here in the bottom lane. He's going to go straight in onto Predator. And Myrmidon going to come in as well. Sort of a split fight here. Predator doing a lot of damage to Armadon, hitting him from the front. Myrmidon coming in. He's going to try and throw a Weed Field, but it may cost him his life. Behemoth going to blow the ultimate. Down goes Armadon. Predator trying to pick a target, and now going to go on Blacksmith. It looks like he's going to get frozen. Behemoth coming in. A beautiful stun, going to path block, and that's going to buy valuable time. Fortunately, Predator going to get caught in that Weed Field, and I think Blacksmith may be able to survive. Predator, is it going to be enough damage to take him out? I don't know if it is. It's going to be a close call. He's going to survive with 40 hit points. Myrmidon trying to come forward. Oh no, Myrmidon, what are you thinking, buddy? That's going to cost you your life. Pebbles came in. He also finished off Behemoth. This is a crazy fight down here in the bottom lane. That's where all the action's at. All tied up 6-6 here, 12 minutes in. Now Drunken Master is going to go in on Pebbles. And Pebbles going to be in a bit of a sticky wicket. He's going to get... it's a 4v1.
Yeah, definitely Pebbles is going down right here. And wow, he almost bring Drunken Master down with him. With just one last auto attack hit, but he is not able to land it. Because we all know that if he adds his out and his attack speed really decreased a lot, and so he will not be able to launch that last auto attack hit after his combo that easily. He needs some time, like I think 1 second, around 1 second to 1.5 seconds to actually launch the hit. So yeah, that's one thing bad about the Pebbles ultimate.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It is a bit of a double-edged sword, especially this early on when he's sitting only on red boots. No steam boots picked up yet, so that does well hinder the effectiveness of the Pebbles ultimate at level 1. I mean, well, I guess at this point it doesn't matter. He'd probably have it anyway. But generally speaking, I tend to favor the 4-4-0-0 kind of a build, level 8 with maximum power on that combo. But solo mid Pebbles going level 6 ulti does help with farming a little bit. It sort of depends on if you're planning to roam around a bit more or just sit and static farm that portal key. It looks like Pebbles may just be trying to pull up for a really quick portal key. He's got about 1,500 in the bank. He could have finished his steam boots a while ago, but opting to sit on the gold instead, so we'll see what he opts to do with it in the end. The Hellborn team, though, getting nice and aggressive in the jungle here. All three of them grouped up. Glacius going to throw the freeze. Behemoth going to come in with a fissure. That's going to split him up a little bit. And actually not going to be, well, that's a pretty solid fissure. I thought his team was blocked out more than they were. This is going to be a massacre in favor of the Legion side. Pebble's going to come in. He's going to be able to grab 1 kill, maybe 2. Nope, Glacius going to survive with just about 2 hit points. And that'll be the end of Pebble. So it's going to be a 1-for-4 exchange when it's all said and done. Pebble's trying to do some fancy work, and he's actually going to be able to make it a double tap. Very nicely done as Drunken Master gets taken out in the end as well. Beautiful play by Pebbles right there.
Yeah, that's right. A bit of misplay by Drunken Master. Actually, he was not needed to actually land the kill on Pebbles. He could actually just stay back and avoid being tossed, so or chuck. So yeah, and it's a bit of misplay, and he's just overconfident, and he thinks that, oh, he just have a chuck and he does not have a stun, so he might not be able to take me down. But well, there he goes, a bad play from him and cost his life.
Yep, absolutely right. So it ended up being a 4-for-2, of course, in favor of the Legion. That is going to give them a huge experience lead now, and the gold is actually still dead even. And I have to admit, I'm not really sure where that disparity is coming from. I feel like this Legion team should be way ahead in gold farm, and it looks like they just haven't gotten the better of the lanes across the board. The creep scores just aren't quite as good. That is one good thing about sharing farm with your supports. They do get a little bit of a meteor gold exchange, but I don't know. In the end, I'm not sure how well it's going to work out for our Hellborn team. Let's take a look at the GPM chart. See Predator leading the way, just above 300 GPM. Forsaken Archer sitting around 265. So they are fairly close to one another, though Predator in a great position to really carry hard in this game if his farm keeps up. He's really had a great early game here, and he's already got that Ice Brand in the inventory, so that is definitely good news. Behemoth going to throw a beautiful fissure. And look at this Hellborn team here, man. All of them grouped up in the mid lane. Wow. Put on your conductor hat, because we got a train coming.
Yeah, I think they really want this tower, and I'm not sure if why they are. I think it's one of the reasons is because right now Amadon had his early Helm of the Black Legion, and they want this to finish as soon as possible, because right now Amadon is still tanky and it's not easy to actually burst him down. So why not, if we had a tanky Amadon, let's pick towers right now, since they are not able to burst our Amadon down so soon. So let's take this upper hand, and there they go. So I think they are currently trying to push as much tower as possible for their Forsaken Archer to get more farm, as well as their supporters like Myrmidon or Blacksmith, because we can see that Myrmidon actually went for a kind of carry build. Actually, we don't really see a Myrmidon getting a Ghost Marchers. Yeah, we normally see a Striders or Myrmidon, but well, he gets a Ghost Marcher, so yeah. I think we're gonna see a semi-carry Myrmidon, or a hot, or we call a hot support.
Yeah, I don't really know the right term for it, but it's going to be interesting nonetheless. Armadon, though, tanky as he is, he's going to get frozen in tower range. He's taking a huge amount of damage right now, only level 2 Armadillo, and he needs to be very careful. Behemoth does have an ultimate. He is going to blow it. That very well is going to be the end of Armadon. Glacius ulti doing a hell of a lot of damage here. And Blacksmith, is he going to go down? One more auto attack, down he goes. Looks like Archer may be able to pick up a kill here as well. And that is going to end up being a 2-for-3. But also the tower does fall in the mid lane, though. The Legion team does clean it up a little bit. Forsaken Archer, the only one left alive on our team. And they may lose this tier 1 in the mid lane as well. So sort of a split engage there. I think in the end our Legion team came out slightly ahead.
Yep, that's right. So I'm not sure actually what happened at the mid lane just now, because I had my vision focus at the top. So I think Predator managed to get some kills down there, and well, it looks like they are really doing fine right now. Instead of okay, currently Hellborn team is leading the goal by a 1300 goal advantage, but it looks like actually the Legion team had this game and they are really in great shape. Drunken Master finished his soul bulwark, and it's just a recipe. Okay, he managed to fool me. Great. Well,
if you look at the side, it does look like the recipe doesn't have a recipe. It's the regular icon.
Yeah. So
oh man, I had the same thought. I was like, what's he doing with that other ring mail? This guy's just picking up ring mails, going crazy. But yeah. Still, he's very close to the Soul's Bulwark, so you're right. That is a really scary time, especially given all the physical damage on this Legion team between Predator, the Polywog wards. That's going to be a big item pickup.
Yeah, that's right. So, well, besides Drunken Master, Predator is actually quite farm up as well. So, right now, it's really the game turning point. So, for either of each team, because they had their core items, and Pebbles had his PK, so it's really a turning point. So, if Pebbles manage to initiate and get any of the hero kill, it will really help the Hellborn team a lot. So, it depends how they're going to turtle this game and how the Hellborn team is going to initiate this game. So, because definitely the Hellborn team will be the one initiating this. If they don't initiate, it's a waste because Pebbles has his portal key already. So.
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right. Portal key in hand. They need to make something happen. They need to hop on it. And already, I mean, the problem with this strategy the Hellborn team is doing here is you're exactly right about what you said before, how they're just trying to push those outer towers, get Forsaken Archer a little bit of extra gold, and that's great. That's awesome. The problem, though, is it's not sustainable. It's going to give them a boost of gold now, but they're going to continue to fall behind. We saw Drunken Master push the tier 1 in the top while the rest of his team defended this tier 2, and that's the problem you're going to run into. All this Legion team needs to do is put Predator or Drunken Master in one of the other lanes that's open to free farm, while this whole Hellborn team is kind of pub training around, and they're just eventually going to fall further and further behind. The other issue as well, if they wanted to do sort of this aggressive kind of mid-game focused team fight pushing, they probably should have picked a team that's more suited for pushing. They don't really have anyone except Forsaken Archer who synergizes well with a pushing lineup. So that makes things a little bit more difficult. Armadon going to get engaged on here to start off this fight. And he's going to fall before the fight really gets going. Polywog Priest may go down. He does fall in the fray, but gets the wards off before he goes down. And they're going to be able to do a lot of damage to this tower. Predator kind of manning up here and putting a lot of pressure onto Myrmidon. It's going to be a 1-for-2, as well as a tier 1 tower in favor of this Legion team. This is kind of what I was talking about. This Legion team actually has a little bit more pushing power thanks to those Polywog wards. So I don't know, I think in just a matter of time here, we're going to see this Legion team slowly but surely outfarm the likes of NvW.
Yep, I totally agree with you with this, and looks like there's an engage going on at the Ancient Crypts. Pebbles is in big trouble, will be taken out by Drunken Master over there, and wow, the crypt miss of Crippling Volley, and Armadon is like standing at the front line harassing Drunken Master, but I don't think... Whoa, Drunken Master just jumped on Blacksmith, and I think he's going to back off. Wow, Predator at the back lane is going to take off Blacksmith, as well as Myrmidon is in big trouble, but Predator does not have mana to lead. And
oh, he's got charges though. 10 charges on that mana battery. Too bad he got caught in the volley and he's going to fall. Perhaps an overcommitment, but still a 2-for-2. And I think most importantly, Pebbles was kind of the first to fall right there. And, you know, with Forsaken Archer's farm not being out of control, Pebbles doing a little bit of semi-carry action in this game would go a long way for this Hellborn side. And to see him get picked off without using that portal key is, well, I guess a little bit disappointing, man.
Yep, that's right. So we always emphasize that portal keys give no stats at all. So if you buy it, you use it. If you don't use it, don't buy it. So yeah, you gotta spend the 2100 gold on something else useful. Even the Void Talisman is more useful than a portal key if you don't use it. So
right. Well, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of items you can buy with that 2100 gold. I mean, hell, even just 2 Mighty Blades can go a long way in some cases, you know, working towards a Shrunken Head. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do with 2100 gold, so it's exactly right, man. You get that portal key, you better be damn sure that you're using it. And as quickly as possible as well. Generally, especially with Pebbles, I mean, the combo doesn't get better as the game goes on. Once you hit that 4-4 mark on Stalagmites and Chuck, you need to just hit the gas and give it a go, because that's pretty much that's pretty much your peak right there. Well, maybe not peak, but pretty close to it anyhow. And this Pebbles started off kind of aggressive, and now he's really just slowing down. Since he got his portal key, that's sort of been his ticket to, well, take this game a little bit slower.
Yeah, that's right.
In the mid lane, going to have some initiation, though. Myrmidon going to get caught. He's going to fall to the Polywog wards. Looks like Polywog Priest going to go down in return. That's going to make it a 1-for-1. The rest of the team not going to be able to get there to follow up. Predator's happy as a clam, just farming away at the double-stacked Ancients. So I think they may be at least somewhat satisfied with that. Polywog for Myrmidon, support for support. Kind of a break-even exchange. Polywog Priest, unfortunately, when he's not in the mid lane, not nearly as impressive of a hero. He just doesn't have the farm as he would if he was playing that kind of primary role here. And Strider's Mystic Vestments and a Amulet of Exile. All he's got. Sort of unfortunate. Predator has finished his Frostburn, though, in a fairly timely manner. Forsaken Archer with her Frostburn as well. You know how I feel about Frostburn, Min, but we'll see how it works for these two carries.
Yeah, Frostburn, I know how you feel. You feel that if you get it at the later part of the game, then it's not much of a useful. But if you get it early, you will be able to transit into two major items, which is the Frostful Skull and the Geometer's Bin. So I don't think Predator will transit into those two items because it's pretty weird if you do Geometer's Bin on Predator. So I think he will just keep the Frostburn as it is. And well, I have to agree with you that Frostburn is really not the best if attack modifier we can find, because attack modifier like Shieldbreaker actually goes well with Predator, but we have to take that in mind that if he go for the Shieldbreaker's build, he's not as tanky as possible as right now, because with Frostburn he had a decent amount of HP and a decent amount of movement speed as well. So yeah, that's one consideration to take note of. So.
The movement speed is absolutely huge, and he's actually going to go the Insanitarius route, and I think he's actually going to be able to finish it up right here. It's on the Courier. Yep, there it is. So Pred's going to be a little bit scary. Insanitarius is not an item we see too frequently, but on a hero like Pred, it can be damn powerful. Adds a lot of damage, adds a little bit of tankiness, and that 25 or 35 health per second damage that it does on a hero like Pred, it's really not so much because he has that Carnivorous to make up for it. So pretty damn powerful. Speaking of shield breakers, though, Drunken Master has got us covered on that front. Take a look at the GPM chart here. Both and this is the same story, different chapter with the carries as you're talking about. Drunken Master and Predator are both on par with Forsaken Archer right now. So with dead even farms, of course, 2 is better than 1, to put it simply. So we'll see how things continue, but I think these two carries on the Legion side are going to start to get very scary, especially now that the shield breaker's out. Engagement is going to happen. Pebble's going to go in. That'll be the end of Glacius to start off the fight. Behemoth did drop his ultimate, and they're just going to go straight in here. Predator getting dropped like he's hot. Down he goes, but Drunken Master goes in, and he's going to try to capitalize on his DPS. Not going to be able to catch Forsaken Archer. That was the rest of the fight going down here. The Legion team actually getting cleaned up a little bit. Armadon dangerously low in the double digits. Myrmidon just going to man up, go straight into the wards. He's actually going to commit suicide. Polywog Priest going to try and make something happen against Armadon, but unfortunately he's going to have a bit too much regen. And this Hellborn team actually going to be able to do it. It's going to be a 2-for-4 exchange. Our Hellborn side, NvW, going to come out ahead.
Yeah, that was really a good engage. And I think there is some miscommunication where Drunken Master actually got greedy and baited by Forsaken Archer, so he is not able to actually assist his teammate at the back end, and he actually went forth for Forsaken Archer instead of assisting his teammate. So I think things will be turned out better if he actually abandoned Forsaken Archer and actually went for Armadon, because Armadon actually was deep red, and I think one launch could actually take down Armadon, so he could actually went back there and assist his teammate rather than just being bait by Forsaken Archer. So, yeah.
Well, that's absolutely true. Oh God, my apologies. I'm so embarrassed. It's like getting sick over one game, man. I feel like a reptile. I don't know. I don't like it. I really don't like it. You're exactly right. Seeing Armadon in the double digits, that's just like, oh God, he's so tanky. One more hit to the face and he would have been a kill. Oh, that's so disappointing. So yeah, that would have changed the state of that engage a little bit. Yeah, so 22 to 18, our Legion team still ahead by a pretty fair margin here, despite taking that fight. Predator, it seemed, I think he turned his Insanitarius on at the wrong time in that last fight as well. He seemed to just tick down way too quickly. And if you can lock him down with some CCs while he has Insanitarius on, it's a little bit too rough. So, we're going to see this engage start. Behemoth going to be the one to get taken down. Pebbles does have a double damage on. Armagnac going to get frozen as well. And for some reason, he's the target of choice. He's going to fall. The Voodoo Wards come out. A beautiful Forsaken Archer ulti. Going to do a lot of damage here. And Drunken Master going to head for the hills. He's actually going to be able to survive this Predator, just doing an absurd amount of damage. Blacksmith going to try to pour it out. It's not going to happen. Forsaken Archer going to get caught. That's going to be a 1 for 5 engage. They did a great job taking out that Behemoth. But wow. Man, I did not think that fight was going to go quite so convincingly in favor of our Legion team.
Yeah, that's right. I did not expect that at all. I thought that the Hellball team had that when Pebbles actually blink in and do his combo to actually take down Behemoth. So they actually lack of one crowd control. So I thought that the Hellball team had that. So wow, they really amazed me and they really turned the tide over. So
exactly.
Well played there by.
And I mean, look at the lead difference now. This was a fairly even game a few moments ago. A 5k experience lead. Now it's a 14k experience lead and about 6.5k gold. So just an astronomical difference now. And if our Legion team can't hang on to this momentum, then I don't know what to tell you. Forsaken Archer now down below 300 GPM. Predator pushing 400 almost. And 350 for Drunken Master. They should be able to make this happen without too much trouble. I think Drunken Master may be wise to pick up a Shrunken Head in the near future as well. He is sitting on level 3 Shield Breaker now, so perhaps that will be his next item. I'm curious to see what Predator is going to do next as well. He's got about 2.4k in the bank. After that, Insanitarius. I mean, what are you thinking here, man? What do you want to see pop into that inventory of Predator?
Well, I would like to see a Demonic Breastplate. Well, because of the armor, yeah, one of it. Yeah, so we will see. I don't really know what he will pick, but if I am him, I will go for the Demonic Breastplate definitely. So or even a Behemoth card. So it makes him more tanky. Yeah,
that's true. I guess it sort of depends on what role they really want to take. If they want to build Drunken Master as a little bit more of the carry, and Pred is a little bit more kind of the tanky initiator. I mean, I imagine a Demonic will come out onto Drunken Master since he's already got the Soul's Bulwark. But this is kind of the problem with Frostburn, in my mind, on a hero like Predator. Yeah, it's great in the early game. It gives you that little edge, all that great stuff. But where do you go from here? He can't pick up another attack modifier. As we already mentioned, he can't really split the Frostburn and do anything too effective with it. So that doesn't leave him with the most options. I don't know. I'm just sort of curious which route he's going to go. Perhaps a little bit more of a defensive route. Maybe the case. I mean, even the Shrunken Head isn't necessarily a bad choice on Predator. Of course, he already has Stonehide, but you know, it only lasts 5 seconds, so you can go immune for an absurd amount of time. And of course, being a strength hero, it does add a fair bit of damage and tankiness as well. So it's really a well-rounded item in general, which does synergize nicely with Predator. In the mid lane, though, we're going to see some initiation, and Polywog Priest as well as Glacius going to get caught in a beautiful Forsaken Archer ulti. And Predator's going to go straight in here. He wants blood, and he's going to be forced to run because, yeah, he just kind of engaged into a 1v4. I think Predator maybe, what's the saying where your eyes are bigger than your stomach? Yeah, that's the case right there. Charging into a kind of a 2v5 is not the way to do it. Drunken Master's here. It's just him and Behemoth. And I don't know what they're going to be able to do. I think they're going to be forced to sack this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. And we'll see where they go from here.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a free tower for the Hellborn team, and I think they will back off after this. There we go. So they want to play safe, and they're most probably going for the top tower as well. So, well, just now it was really a bad play coming from Predator, where he already knew that his teammate was all gone, and he still leave it in and going for the engage. That was absurd. And yeah, I don't really know why he did that.
You know, I don't know. This is a really strange game here, Min. It really is weird. Our Legion team had such a good lead, and now they're all tied up in gold. Still ahead by 8K experience, but wow, talk about a game of throws here. You know, they just made this game that much harder for themselves. Behemoth has now picked up a portal key, though, which will make things a little bit easier. Again, it is indeed just a matter of that initiation. Predator's now picked up his axe of the Malphite, so it looks like he may be going that Behemoth Heart route, as you suggested. And I think that is probably the wise choice here. That probably does mean Drunken Master will be going the carry route with the Mighty Blade. I do believe that will turn into a Shrunken Head, so smart item choices across the board. Glacius has also finished up his Astrolabe as well. Armadon just now grabbing that Barbed Armor. A very powerful choice, and I think one that makes a lot of sense here against that Drunken Master.
Yep, definitely. So the Blade Mail, or what, the Barbed Armor, we call it. So it's definitely a good choice when Armadon is tanky. Well, sometimes we see that Armadon actually get the Barbed Armor as the first item. We don't really recommend it, and it's really pointless if you get burst down so easily and you get a Barbed Armor. So, well, at this point of time, he's pretty much tanky with the Hedges and the Helm of the Black Legion, so he can tank pretty much a bit, of maybe not so tanky at this point of time, but he still will be able to tank a bit. So, Barbed Armor is definitely a good choice for Armadon.
Yeah, I really like it, especially if he can get his back turned and get that Barbed Armor popped. Certainly a good choice. Ooh, the Archer volley does miss. Behemoth with a nice ulti coming in. That's going to be the end of Blacksmith, and this team fight looking very convincing for the Legion team. Behemoth in big trouble. Armadon going to be able to finish him off. The rest of the Hellborn team, though, is not in good shape. Armadon going to go toe-to-toe with this Predator. He's going to turn on the Barbed Armor, but it's not going to be enough. Pred is going to fall, though. Oh, Predator, you should have been a little more patient, buddy. You could have just waited for the Barbed Armor to turn off. It is going to be a genocide, though. 2 for 5. Could have easily been a 1 for 5 if Predator was just a little bit more patient, but nicely done nonetheless by this Legion side. I think it's fair to say this Drunken Master is damn scary.
Yeah, definitely. We can see that Drunken Master, he do hell of a damage, and wow, I mean, he just like drink the beer and just stagger after that, do a launch, and he do like so much damage to anyone from the Hellborn team, even Armadon. So he's like already overpowered right now, and look at the damage on Blacksmith.
Oh my god.
So much, and wow, really he amazed me, and wow, he did not disappoint me with his Drunken Master, and I'm really amazed.
Yeah, Drunken Master, like you said, he did pick up some buffs recently, but you know, one of the things that's jumping out at me though with Armadon and this Barbed Armor, and games that where Barbed Armor is particularly powerful, are games where there's a lot of sort of uncontrollable AoE. You know, you have a Magmus, he comes in. Once he pops in, you pop that Barbed Armor, and there's no way for Magmus to stop that ultimate from doing damage once he's started. But against heroes like Drunken Master and Predator, as soon as Armadon uses that Barbed Armor, both of them have the ability to just disengage right away, say, you know what, I'm not going to auto-attack you for 3 seconds. That Barbed Armor is going to, 5 seconds, whatever it is, that Barbed Armor is going to go away, and that's it. No problem, I countered your item by not attacking you. Kind of disappointed to see Predator not taking kind of the easy road there by just not attacking him, but I still think the Barbed Armor is a great choice, but this is one of these games where it's hard to force these heroes to do damage to Armadon when he pops that Barbed Armor. So just something that came to mind watching Predator kind of go suicidal in that last fight made me think about Barbed Armors.
Yeah, definitely agree, because well, the best solution to actually avoid Barbed Armor is to stop attacking and do what, I mean, if you are doing any damage to the Barbed Armor's owner, then just don't do damage at all. So well, but in this case, I'm not really sure, but I think it works. If Polywog Priest has his ward laid down and Armadon just dash into it and just activate the Barbed Armor, it will actually damage Polywog Priest. So yeah, it's
Yep, that's true. Yeah, there is some AoE there, but definitely true. Predator gonna man up a little bit here, and Drunken Master gonna go straight in. Maybe a little bit too aggressive here, but they're gonna be able to make it happen. Forsaken Archer gonna get caught by Polywog Priest, and he's gonna go down. And that's gonna be the first kill of the fight, and it may even stop there. Polywog Priest gonna put the wards in kind of an odd spot, but it did secure a kill onto the hard carry of the Hellborn team, so I suppose it was worth every penny. Tier 2 tower in the mid does fall. Polywog Priest picks up a portal key with the cash, and they're going to continue to pressure up here. Actually, no, they're not. They're not going to continue to pressure up here. They are going to disengage, and that'll be the end of it. So, 163, happy enough to just take the kill, take that tower, and go back to farming. Now, 10k gold, 20k experience up. They've had this lead before, and they threw it away. Hopefully, they don't do it again.
Yeah, that's right. So it's really bad if you keep throwing game, and I mean 90% of people, why do they lose in game? Because they make hell a lot of mistake, and mistakes is really huge for games like Horn.
Yeah, really, the two big MOBAs, the two, whatever, Han and Dota, you're exactly right. Competitive in the sense that not only do mistakes cost you, but they help your other team. They hurt you and help the other team. So you're exactly right. You know, mistakes are sort of a double whammy, so to speak. And one of the many reasons this genre of game is, well, quite difficult to newcomers.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, because in this tournament it's best of one, and everything is on the line. So why make such mistakes like what you mentioned just now? Our Predator being impatient and did not wait for the bomb armor to actually. Yeah. So why do you want to make such mistake where it can be prevented easily? So it's really bad if you keep making such small mistakes, and that's where you start to throw game.
Yes, indeed. That is exactly the case. And we'll say only 2 outer remaining towers here, one in the bottom lane and one up here in the top lane. We very well could see an engaged. Drunken Master going to go balls to the wall. He does have a shrunken head. He's yet to pop it, but he very well could and try and make this fight something to be proud of. Blacksmith going to get caught by Predator. Down he goes. That's going to be the first kill. 3 kills already, says Breaky CPK. Forsaken Archer going to get caught as well. This fight's just looking like an onslaught. Pubble's going to get caught, and they're just getting picked apart one at a time. Is that a Codex that I just saw? And I don't know, maybe not a Codex. I think it was just Polywog Priest Jolt. But yeah, it's looking pretty rough. Armadon going to go ahead and use that Blade Mail, but not going to be enough. That's going to be a 4-for-0 exchange. Predator and Drunken Master are just too much to handle at this point, especially with that heart on Predator. There's no killing him anytime soon here, Min. This tier 1 tower, or tier 3 tower in the mid lane is going to fall here pretty quickly, and I'm sure the racks will be short to follow. Myrmidon going to get caught, and yeah, he's going to get destroyed. That's going to be a genocide. Mid lane of Rax is going to go down. And either that top tier 2 tower or this bottom lane of Rax will be next on the list.
Yep, that's right. So really well played by Legion team, and they really had good synergy down there. And Drunken Master, his damage output is really crazy with the Shieldbreaker and the Soul's Bulwark, and wow, his damage output is insanely high. Makes me want to play bad Drunken Master for after this game.
Play around a Drunken Master. He's getting pretty close to that Bulwark as well. He's going to go ahead and pick up the Warp Clef here, so he's one step closer, so to speak. Actually, probably just about 400 gold off. Glacius is going to be able to pick up a Barrier Idol. Not too often you see a Glacius with enough cash in the bank to snag an old Barrier Idol. So that is definitely a testament to how well this Legion team is doing. And I think they're going to continue to do so here. Unfortunately, Pebbles just proving really not to be that effective carry. He's sitting 6-9 and 4, so he's been able to pick up a couple kills, but it would have been nice if he could have snowballed just a little bit harder, maybe picked up a few more early kills. This is kind of the point in the game where Pebbles starts to fall off a little bit, unless he got that huge early start and is quite a few levels up on everyone else. Forsaken Archer doing what she can, now picking up the Thunderclaw. Unfortunately, though, I think she's just a little bit too much of a glass cannon. Once Drunken Master gets up in her face, or Predator for that matter, it's pretty much GG for her at that point. So I don't know if the Thunderclaw was really the best choice here in this match.
Yep. I would prefer a Geometer's Bane to be exact, because it actually gives Forsaken Archer some survivability against Drunken Master and Predator, because of the illusion. It somehow confuses them, and that's...
Well, and also if Predator leaps on you and you pop the Geometers, I believe it does dispel the slow as well, so it does give you a little bit of an escape mechanism against the Predator. But yeah, no, exactly. And plus, it's just a slightly tankier item. I mean, of course, the Blessed Orb gives you some stats that the Thunderclaw doesn't. Thunderclaw is okay for raw DPS, but it gives you absolutely nothing in the way of survivability. And yeah, at this point, that's kind of what Archer needs. Especially now, Drunken Master, kind of the minus armor master. 25 armor of his own, man. He is tanky. 60% damage reduction. Forsaken Archer not going to be doing a hell of a lot against this Drunken Master here. A lot of minus armor as well. -5 on the Demonic, -6 on the Shield Breaker. That is -11 armor. Forsaken Archer only has 14. So that sort of explains some of the reason why this Drunken Master is just so ridiculously strong in the way of damage output.
Yeah, that's right. So Drunken Master really makes Archer really squishy right there after a launch cast by Drunken Master onto her. So, well, I had to say she needs more survivability instead of just going for raw DPS.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, good sir. Blacksmith as well, he's been struggling quite a bit this game. Unfortunately, his inventory is looking pretty barren. I think he's working on a Helm of a Black Legion, but 45 minutes in and he's still kind of waiting on the health tube. Kind of unfortunate for him as well.
Well, looks like both teams are... the Legion team is like waiting for a chance to actually initiate into the base, and looks like Predator is going to go for a Congo kill right here, and it looks like it's gonna be a 3-1, maybe not. I think they realized it already, and looks like there's an engage going on through here.
Yeah, they may, pardon me, may try and contest this. Armadon already burned the barbed armor, and Predator is going to be able to grab the token. He also did get the last hit onto Kong, and that's going to be a free kill onto Mr. Armadon, who just kind of wandered his way into the pit. So at this point, I think it's going to be very hard to win this teamfight. Behemoth going to come in. That's going to be a nice ulti, and they're just going to get cleaned up here. I think this may be a clean sweep, 5-0. Myrmidon, the only one left alive, and they'll be damned if he makes it back to the well. Well, he's going to make it back. Drunken Master going to dive the well, and he's going to be able to survive. That's going to be a genocide. GG comes out from MN. I thought that said Min at first. I was like,
Min. Oh my god.
You got a fanboy here, dog. But the GGs do come out. Bottom lane of Rags does fall. Actually, the tier 2 tower is still alive at the top. They could probably just push for the win right here. And I don't know why they're porting out, man. I really don't know why. They
Asians mindset.
Could have
creeps.
easily pushed the win right here. They have a freaking demonic breastplate. They've got another 25 seconds before they come up. 30k gold ahead. They're going to play it safe. They're going to...
Asians, Asians. Mega creeps on the way.
Predator still has the token. I mean, come on. They easily could have taken that out. But Kevin, what are you doing? Who's Kevin? I don't know who Kevin is or what he's doing, but someone's really upset about it. Predator maybe up a little too far. He's gonna take on the world here. He's gonna destroy that Myrmidon. Myrmidon gonna live with double digits, 27 hit points right now, and oh my gosh, Predator and Drunken Master get absolutely annihilated. Of course, Predator does pop back up, and Armadon does go down, and yeah, it's still looking like a little bit of a massacre here. Drunken Master definitely got a bit overzealous, and now Forsaken Archer may be in trouble though. Predator looking to make it happen. And yeah, he is going to be able to make it happen. That Stonehide going to prevent all the CCs, and Archer going to pay the ultimate price. Pebbles with the noble effort to throw the stalagmites, but that Stonehide just a little too strong.
Yeah, that's right. So with the combination of Stonehide and Shrunken Head, he's really immune to magic. So Stonehide really proves a really capable spell for Predator. So
Yeah.
I really love the spell.
Now that Mega Creeps are out, I think they're safe to push for the win here. They don't need to worry too much about you know, getting too excited here. Creeps will win for them.
Whenever I see that they have the chance to actually push and end it straight, and instead they went for the Mega Creep, I always laugh and I always think about you saying about the Mega Creep.
Every time, I'm always just like, guys, just push for the win. You're really ahead by a lot. 40k gold is a lot. You got a token, you can do it, but no, they are going to stretch it out a little bit longer. And that'll be the end here. Coming up, well, once the siege takes it down. Oh my god, are they going to get cleaned up right here? Are you kidding me? Are they really going to get cleaned up and defend the shrine with... Oh god. I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah. Well, I don't really know if they could defend this. I doubt not.
With all 5 of them, they might be able to defend the Mega Creeps. But Drunken Master just obliterating Archer. Ooh, needs to be a little bit careful. Does have that ultimate popped. At this point, Drunken Master could probably just go in and smack the damn thing a couple times.
It's so funny when Drunken Master makes the sound after the ult.
Yeah. He's just going to focus it down. He's going to pop the Shrunken Head, and he's going to do it. Nice man up from Drunken Master right there. No more messing around, man. He went for it right at the end. He said, "You know what, guys? I've had enough of this tomfoolery. I'm gonna be the guy that ends the game."
Yes, I'm gonna end the game. The game ender.
Alright guys, so per usual here our match stats aren't loading. Oh, there we go. And well, a fairly convincing game. Predator, Drunken Master, just too much for Forsaken Archer to handle in the way of carries. So that does it here for the round of 16, I think. So yeah, stay tuned. Plenty more Han coming your way, guys.